Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to what I hope will be the very first video of a weekly installment here on my channel. I am going to title this, I think at the moment, I'm going to start calling this the Friday Five. Now, what is the context of this video? Well, on my channel over, I would say like the last year and a half, I have tried to do kind of like what a lot of my fellow candle creators do here on YouTube, which is kind of like some of them call it the weekly wax wrap up, the weekly candle chat, candlelight chronicles. I see like a lot of people every week trying to kind of like chime in and let you guys know, like, what am I currently burning in my house? And for me, trying to do that on a weekly basis, like all of the candles that I am burning, honestly, you guys, it's a little bit much. So on my channel, I have been trying to do that twice a month on my channel. And you guys know there have been some months where I've been able to do that, other months where I've only been able to do it, once a month. So going into 2026, I've been looking at my channel, I've been looking at this fun hobby of mine and thinking, what are some things that I can do a little bit differently? And so at the end of this video, I'm going to want you guys to give me a little bit of your feedback because I have an idea in my head, but I kind of want to see how this video goes first. So basically, the gist of this video is that this will be a weekly series where every Friday I plan to share with you guys real-time thoughts on 5 candles that I currently have burning in my collection. Now, those 5 candles, I might have just started burning them. I might have finished them that week. I might be in the middle of the burns on it. But I feel like by narrowing it down to 5, it helps me, one, from going off of the deep end and talking way too much, which you guys know I love to do. But also it helps me to just kind of like, sometimes I will tell you guys when I sit down to do the twice a month one, I feel like there's so many candles that I want to give you feedback on that it becomes overwhelming. And then again, that's why I only do it once or twice a month. Whereas I feel like 5, I can handle 5. I can pick out 5 and then I can easily remember, like, if they're still in my burn rotation for that week, like, oh, okay, I talked about that one last week, so let's go ahead and focus on this other one. And there's a reason why I'm thinking about doing that. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to be just asking for your feedback at the end of this video. So I figured, why not let this be the inaugural, maybe pilot episode, see how this goes. Let me know what you guys think of it. But yes, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 candles that, these are 5 of many candles that are currently in my burn rotation. I will, as always, give you guys some maybe fragrance like combos, like some other candles that you can combine with these. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. If you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles here on my channel. So welcome along from what might be a little bit of a bumpy episode here. But I love to talk about candles here on my channel. So if you feel like you vibe with me, want to stick around for more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video in particular, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. So let's go ahead and dive into the 5 candles that I wanted to talk about this week. And then at the end of this video, I'll give you guys maybe a little bit more information about kind of like what's been going through my head recently, and let you guys know other things that I would hope to include in a video in this style. So that's enough of an intro. Let's go ahead and talk about the candles. What I am currently burning right now is my beloved Kringle candle, Rosemary Lemon. Now, I am actually burning it in the 4-wick. I'll go ahead and stick some B-roll in here really quickly so that way you guys can see how it is currently burning. Now, I am going to let you guys know, much like a lot of people have reported with the 4-wicks, the burn is starting to slow down now that I am at the halfway point on this 4-wick. I do believe that this candle has a February 2025 pour date. Now, I have mentioned this. I think a couple of other reviewers have mentioned this, but I have given Mick this feedback. One of the things that I love about Kringle, you guys know that I am a Kringle brand ambassador. This video is not sponsored or anything by them, but I talk about them a lot on this channel because I burn a lot of their candles. I was purchasing from Kringle long before I applied to become an ambassador, long before I even started a channel. But one of the reasons why I love Kringle is that they are constantly listening to customer feedback. They are constantly listening to, hey, we're having some issues here, or we would like to see more of these fragrances, or they're just great about feedback. And so I did report back to Mick. I said, hey, I haven't had this issue with the 4 wicks before, but it started with my Cozy Christmas. I also experienced it on, what other candle was it? Is it Cozy Cabin? No, I don't think I'm at the halfway point yet. Like there was another one. I did a review on it recently. Maybe it was Cozy Cabin. That the burn started to slow down. Snowy Bridge, it started to do that at the half. Nope, did it? No, Snowy Bridge was good. Anyways, some of these 4 wicks are starting to slow down at the halfway point, which of course for a lot of us, especially if you are coming from burning other brands that have a history of doing that in their 3 wick format, it starts to settle in a little bit of a panic in us, right? We start to think like, oh no, this is when the wax is going to get murky, the fragrance is going to change, the fragrance is going to dud out. Now I am experiencing, like right now, I'll tell you guys, the strength and throw on this 4 wick is still absolutely fantastic on this Rosemary Lemon 4 wick. And I'm really happy about that because I've had the 2 wick and Rosemary Lemon in the past. This is one of my staple fragrances. In fact, it is very safe to say that this is one of my top 10 Kringle candle fragrances. I know that Mick Kittredge loves this fragrance as well, and he has promised to never retire it because we're both on the same page. We love this scent a lot. But as I'm looking at it right now, the burn is slowing down, but it's still throwing very, very well. It's still a solid 8 out here in my open concept. And what I was going to say is that the 2 wicks in the past, I've always loved the scent, but I've had to have more than 1 2 wick in my house in order for me to really, really enjoy the fragrance. So if you're curious what the fragrance notes are on Rosemary Lemon, they are lemon, herbs, jasmine, lime, orchid, peach, tea, wood, and lang. Now I'm going to tell you guys, to my nose, so I have this in the 3 wick because they had these on a super discount. I want to say I got this at Black Friday, but they also had them pretty much clearanced out after Christmas. I don't think the 3 wick of Rosemary Lemon is still in stock. But to my nose, you guys, this is very, very fresh lemon. This is not gourmand, sugary lemon. This is, for those of you who find certain lemon scents to run borderline cleaner, this is one of those like very like clean, fresh lemon scents. I love this, but then you get that herbaceous note of rosemary, and oh man, I love, love, love this fragrance for the springtime in particular. And you're saying, Katie, it is not springtime. In fact, I am very well aware that this weekend, a lot of y'all in the Northeast are getting frigid temperatures. But I'm in Arizona, and our average temperature over the last 2 weeks has been around 70 degrees. So I am definitely craving all of the spring. I have my windows open. So here's what I was going to say about the feedback that I have given Mick, and they have looked into it. They have been able to narrow down that it was certain batch numbers that they are experiencing this wick issue. So moving forward with the wicks, they are aware of it. They are, I think that they're going up a wick size possibly to, don't quote me on that, but I do know that they are rectifying the situation. They have heard the feedback. They have heard a lot of people say, hey, these are the issues that we have had. They appreciate everybody giving them that feedback. So moving forward, I will continue to purchase the 4 wicks. I would repurchase this Rosemary Lemon in a 4 wick again, because again, it's one of my all-time favorite fragrances. The performance is still absolutely great in terms of strength and throw, no muddled wax, no, it's just that the burn has slowed down at this point. But I'm still getting excellent performance from it, and I am quite happy with it. Now, I have mentioned my favorite combo at the moment for this is I am burning the Reserve, is it Sparkling Lemon? It was released last spring. The Reserve Sparkling Lemon in my daughter's bedroom, and then I'm burning the Country Candle Grapefruit and Rosemary. I don't know if that one completely sold out of stock, is now out of stock from like their after Christmas sale. I know that was, the large country candles were $7.75. But if you happen to have that one in your stash and you're wanting to know what to pair it with, if you're always looking to use up your collection and burn candles that are complementary to each other, I have mentioned this in other videos. I never burn the same, I don't burn, how should I back this up here? My home is not big enough that I feel like it's necessary for me to say burn a candle here in my living room and then one in my kitchen. It's an open concept, but the house is not that big, you guys. This is about like between 17 and 1,800 square feet. This is not a huge home. So what I will do is I will burn candles in the bedrooms, but as I move from room to room, especially if they're more potent candles, they will throw out of the bedrooms. And so I want the fragrances to complement what I am burning out in the living room. I don't want clashing fragrances, right? Like personally, I wouldn't burn this Rosemary Lemon with say like red velvet. Like I just feel like those fragrances would clash. I always want them to complement. So that's what I mean by candle combos. And if you're like me, wanting to use up your stash, there you go. There's a fragrance recommendation. So you will notice that the theme of this week tends to be very fruity and lemon heavy because like I said, we're we are we are definitely experiencing a little bit warmer weather than most of the country. Okay, so here's a candle that is actually an empty. Speaking about feedback that I gave Mick, this is KRINGLE's Lemon Sugar Marshmallow. This is from the 2025 Easter collection. This fragrance was initially launched in 2024. Now, here's the thing I'm going to say. In 2024, I purchased this initially and had a great experience with it. I have said that this fragrance to my nose should be marketed as lemon bars. There's, the peeps on the front here. Fragrance notes are lemon, sweet, lemon zest, pastry, vanilla, and sugar. And this one has, oh, wait a minute. This one says it has a pour date of February 13th, 2023. Wait a minute. I bought this, I thought, in 2025. Maybe not. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe that explains why. Okay, so you're going to notice there's nothing left in here. This is completely emptied and the wicks are taken out. This is going to be something that you're going to notice in my empties as well. So let's tell the full story here. I lit this candle up last week because, again, nice weather. I was craving a fruity gourmand. It immediately had puny wicks. And I was like, that's strange. Now, the problem with this fragrance is that when it gets puny wicks, to me, it alters the fragrance of this candle to a point where I was starting to pick up on something that smelled almost sulfur-like, which truthfully kind of makes sense a little bit with lemon bars, because if you've ever made lemon bars, that lemon curd with, I believe that there's like egg yolks and stuff in there. There's a little bit of sulfuriness in lemon bars when I taste them. They're tart, they're sweet, but sometimes I pick up on a little bit of a sulfur note. And I started to smell that more so when this candle was lit. Well, I went to light it. I burned it twice, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to try this one more time, and if not, I'm just going to stick it in the crock. So I lit it again, and you guys, it wouldn't even stay lit for me. Like, that's how puny the wicks were. I didn't touch them, nothing. So there was something definitely defective about the wicks. I did take a picture of it, and I sent the picture over to Mick, and I said, hey, I just want to let you know, before you guys pour more for this, I did have issues with puny wicks last year when I burned this candle. It's really bizarre to me that I'm seeing this as 2023 because I feel like this candle was initially launched in 2024. So I don't know if that's a misprint or whatnot on there. Plus the fragrance notes are listed on the bottom, and I feel like they didn't start doing that until like 2024. So I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I ended up sticking this candle in the crock, and I got great performance out of there. I loved the fragrance. The fragrance in the crock was exactly what I remembered it being, that nice, lovely lemon bar type of fragrance, really strong. If you happen to like the citrus note that is in the Cosmic Cupcakes fragrance, which is actually one of these scents that just recently transferred over from the Country line, it is now available in the KRINGLE line. If you like that lemon note that is in Cosmic Cupcakes, it's the same lemon note in this Lemon Sugar Marshmallow. Now, I haven't received confirmation that this is coming back in their Easter launch. The ambassadors have not received any information yet about Easter. I would be shocked if this one doesn't make a return because I know that this is a very, very popular fragrance every year with KRINGLE when they do their Easter launch. So like I said, I would be shocked if it doesn't make a return. But this is a fantastic fragrance. It's a great lemon gourmand. But I did have it in my candle crock. You guys know I am not a fan of using my candle crock because I do feel like it locks me into certain fragrances. And that's what it was. And so after having it in the crock for like, how many days did I think I had this in the crock for a week. I started to notice that it wasn't as fragrant anymore. And so what I did was I went ahead and I just dumped the wax and pulled the wicks out because you guys know, if you've been watching my empties here on my channel, I repurpose a lot of my vessels by giving them to a local florist. And it just makes it a lot easier for me, you guys, after I film my empties video to go ahead and wash these out and get them to her if I have already gotten rid of the wax. So that's something that you're going to see with my empties video at the end of this month, that you're going to notice that there's not going to be any more wax and maybe not even wicks left in the vessels, because I just want to be able to clean them out and get them to the florist after filming. So anyways, you guys, I would recommend this fragrance. Mick did get the feedback on this. He, again, once was very appreciative, said he'll pass it on to the team. So hopefully that issue will be rectified. But I was like, hey, you might want to know this has been an issue for me with 2 vessels on lemon sugar marshmallow over the last 2 years. So hopefully that'll get rectified. But let me know, you guys, if you have lemon sugar marshmallow. See, I'm like, was this a 2025 pour? I feel like this was, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Maybe this was initially from 2024, and I really don't believe that this was a 2023 pour. I think that's got to be a misprint here. I don't know. But anyways, fantastic fragrance. If you are looking for candles to combine with this, I've got a couple here to share with you guys. I'll make suggestions, but I did a review earlier this week on Caramel Sundae's Double Dip Danish. That's like a very like blueberry pastry type of fragrance. You could also burn this if you took my recommendation and purchased the blueberry milkshake in the country lineup when it was on sale. This pairs fantastically with that. Any kind of like strawberries. This one is actually quite versatile, I would say. You could burn this with a lot of other fragrances. Even I would say like some florals, if you're wanting to add like a lemon gourmand element to kind of complement some florals. I could see that happening. But yeah, lemon sugar marshmallow, a fantastic fragrance. Definitely hope it comes back, but I hope that they make the adjustments to the wicks on that. All right, let's talk about another candle. This is another fragrance, you guys, that is very popular with Caramel Sundaes. I've seen this restocked. You guys know I've purchased from Caramel Sundaes for a little over a year now, and I have seen this fragrance come back multiple times. I would say like it comes back like once every 3 months. It's not as much of a flagship fragrance as say their Bakery on Main. That is their like #1 fragrance. But this one I see come back in a lot of their spring and summer restocks. This is the fragrance Milk and Fruit Loops. Fragrance notes of orange, tangy cherry, Saturday morning cereal, and vanilla. Now, I started burning this one last week because, spoiler alert, this pairs beautifully with lemon sugar marshmallow. And I am going to tell you guys, if you have tried KRINGLE's lemon sugar marshmallow and you like it, you're going to like Milk and Fruit Loops, because I feel like they, in some ways, are cousins to each other, even though they are marketed as very different types of gourmand fragrances. Now, this does smell like Fruit Loops to me, but it's funny. Lemon sugar marshmallow, to some degree, also has that same aspect. What I will say here is that I do pick up on some other fruity notes, and the gourmand aspect that I pick up in here definitely smells like Fruit Loops that have had milk poured over them. They're not soggy, but they've definitely got some moisture to them, right? And that's what I smell in this candle. You would think, why would you want your house to smell like that? Never in my life did I think I would want my house to smell like Fruit Loops, but here I am. I really, really like it. Did I repost it? I don't think I have yet. I did do a dedicated review on their Blueberry Lemon Crumble, which is going to be offered in the February 8th restock. And in that review, I said that candle often reminds me a little bit of Tricks. I would say that I would probably give the slight edge to the Blueberry Lemon Crumble, but I like this one too. I actually had another reviewer ask me, said, hey, would you repurchase this one? And I said, yes, I would. But I feel like this is a fragrance that I will repurchase next year. I feel like going through one in the season is going to be enough for me. But again, it does really, really well, you guys. This performs quite strongly for me. This is a solid like 8.5 in this little 2-wick in terms of strength and throw. Now, keep in mind, I did say this in the Double Dip Danish review that I did earlier this week. Keep in mind, you guys, this is something to think about. One, soy wax has some quirks. This is a 100% soy wax candle brand. Soy wax, I notice that the burns or the strength and throw can sometimes vary on different burns. Overall, I'm going to say that this is like an 8, and I actually have not had any issues with decreased strength and throw. But so far, you guys, I think I've only burned this one 4 times. So there's that, right? We're not that far into the vessel's burn life here. But what I will say is, like, sometimes, and this is not just Caramel Sundaes, I notice this with KRINGLE as well, that strength and throw can vary. But also keep in mind that the temperature inside of your home, the airflow inside of your home, especially if you're somewhere right now where you guys are cranking up the heat. That is going to impact airflow in your home. And so sometimes maybe the candles that I will just tell you guys right now, I'm in the season where I can have windows open. In the summer, I don't have windows open. Come early June, I will not open up my windows again till probably November. Not joking. It's that hot around here. So I don't get a lot of fresh air. And when there's not a lot of fresh air, it's funny, like when I have windows open, I can set this candle on this quilt rack that some of you guys have seen in my dedicated reviews. It's over here on this wall and things will throw fantastic. But in the summertime, when my air is cranking, I have an AC vent right above that, and it impacts the strength and throws where I'm like, I could smell this candle great when I had the windows open, but now that the AC is running, I can barely smell it. So my tip there would be, see if there's ways, if your candles are suddenly not performing well, or you're starting to notice a pattern like, hey, this is always thrown well, or whatever, this brand throws well for me, maybe try moving your candles to a different location to see if they might perform a little bit better in another location in your home, because that's what I have found that I have had to do. So anyways, you guys, though, this one, Milk and Fruit Loops, definitely gets a 2 thumbs up for me. If you really, really enjoy the fragrance, then obviously pick it up in a larger format. But I will tell you guys, if your budget only allows for, or maybe you're trying to keep your storage limits, you're concerned about storage limits, the 2-wick performs very, very well for me, and I would definitely recommend it. 2 thumbs up for Milk and Fruit Loops. This has been really, really yummy, and I've really been enjoying it. Now, another fragrance that I have been burning alongside the Milk and Fruit Loops was HOMEWORX's Limoncello Cupcake. Fragrance notes here are limoncello, Sicilian lemons, candied lemons, sparkling sugar, creamy vanilla, and French butter. Now, this one to me, you guys, here's the thing. I have always loved this candle. I love this fragrance. It's very, very well done, you guys. It's not super dense. It's a perfect lemon cupcake fragrance to my nose because I get some of that buttercream. I get the airiness of cake in here. It's not as dense as a pound cake. It's a very, very well done candle. Now, the thing I'm going to say about this is that I did have some issues getting this to pull out. This does have a December 6th, 2024 pour date. And you guys know, I've made it no secret, and I'm still, truthfully, you guys, there are some things that I'm still contemplating. I'll just put it that way. There's some things that I'm still contemplating. But you guys know that I have started to make a shift more towards prioritizing burning 100% soy wax candles, clean burning candles. That is my own preference. I'm not saying that you need to. If you enjoy different candle brands, then you have every right to go out and purchase that and enjoy them and make no apologies for it. You can enjoy what you want to enjoy. But for me personally, I have 3 kids, I have a husband, I have a cat. And with the amount of candles that I am burning in my home, I am somebody who is concerned about the ingredients, about what I'm putting into the air in my home, what I'm breathing in. And so for me, I am just trying to prioritize soy candles. And so therefore, I'm finding myself, while I'm able to have windows open and whatnot, trying to work through my HOMEWORX stash. But yeah, this candle, you guys, this again is a very versatile fragrance. If you are somebody who loves the HOMEWORX brand and you love a good lemon gourmand fragrance, a good lemon cupcake, I will always steer you towards Limoncello Cupcake. It did burn cleanly for me. I didn't have a lot of excessive soot. I will say that after like the first 2 burns, I didn't have pulling out issues after that, so that's always good. But yeah, I would recommend this candle if you are somebody who you like burning, like a combination wax type of formula. It is a good fragrance. This was not a barn burner for me, but I will say that I got decent performance. I would say it's around a 7 in terms of strength and throw. And I would recommend it again if that is something that interests you. And the final candle, finally, not lemon, because you guys saw the lemon theme here. The final candle that I wanted to highlight that has been in my burn rotation this week has been the fragrance Juicy Strawberry from the KRINGLE Reserve. Now, I feel like this is a very underrated fragrance when it comes to KRINGLE. Kind of got a little bit of fanfare when it was initially launched. I think this came out, was it 2023? 2022 or 2023. It's been out for a couple of years. Fragrance notes on Juicy Strawberry are juicy strawberries, lemon leaf, tomato vine, parsley, sheer basil, violet leaf, oak moss, geranium, and musk. This one that I am burning specifically has a pour date of March 21st, 2024. So here's the thing with this candle, you guys. Juicy strawberry, this is my second one. This is not like a strawberry gourmand type of candle. This is definitely like a fresh strawberry that has that green stem on it. There is a green note that is mixed in with this strawberry. So if you're hoping that this is going to be that very artificial candied strawberry, you're going to be disappointed. That's not what this fragrance is at all. This is very much a fresh strawberry with that green stem on it. I do pick up on those green notes that are listed here. Now, not necessarily am I like, oh, there's basil, but there is a green element to this candle. And I love it. I actually really, really like it. It's what makes it a little bit more unique from other strawberry fragrances. Truthfully, you guys, I've never really been one that I thought I appreciated berry fragrances, but KRINGLE started to let me know that like, hey, you can like some berry fragrances. I think a lot of it is I didn't like the way that Bath & Body Works did berry fragrances. Theirs come across very artificial to me. And again, no shade if that's what you really like, but it's not my scent preference. And so for a long time, I think I was very scared off by fruity fragrances. But I'm starting to embrace them a lot more in some of these soy wax formulas. And I really like this candle. Now, this one paired beautifully with that lemon sugar marshmallow or limoncello cupcake. I do tend to like to burn strawberry fragrances with lemon. The other fragrance that I will possibly talk about next week, maybe I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler alert. The other fragrance that I really love pairing this with, somebody had recommended it a couple of years ago in the KRINGLE Facebook group, and whoever you are a genius. I cannot even take credit for it. If you happen to have the fragrance Easter Brunch, or if you have It's Evil from the Halloween collection from KRINGLE, or say you have a backstock of Bath & Body Works Almond Croissant, although I didn't like that one, it came off a little plasticky to my nose. If you have any kind of like croissant pastry type of note candles, burn it with Juicy Strawberry. If you happen to have this candle in your collection, burn this with Easter Brunch. That's my number one recommendation. It's Evil is very similar to Easter Brunch, but ooh, that combo is absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, the more I smell this one and I'm like, ooh, this is just so good. It's just such a like fresh strawberry scent. Again, with that green herbaceous note in there. Really, really love this one. And strength and throw on this. I did want to say, strength and throw on this candle is fantastic. This is almost a 9, to be honest with you guys. I had it burning in my bedroom because I was burning Easter Brunch out here, and it was throwing all the way out here. Like I was sitting out here and I could smell this one. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty potent candle. So yeah, I've had really, really good performance on this Juicy Strawberry. So if you're contemplating picking it up for the spring, I think that this is a great spring, summer type of scent. It really brightens up your day. And again, pairs well with a lot of other fragrances. So that is number 5. So as always, you guys, all of the candles that I talked about today, I will make sure that I have listed in the description box for you. Over at KRINGLE, I do have an affiliate discount code. It's Katie15. It'll save you 15% off of any of your full price purchases. I know that they just released their Valentine's Reserve launch, but maybe if you're looking that over, if all of those items are still in stock, I'm filming this a couple of days ahead of time. Maybe if you're interested in that Juicy Strawberry, you could throw that on in there, or the 4-wick of Rosemary Lemon. That's a fantastic fragrance. But also, so here's what I wanted to kind of get your, where I kind of wanted to get your input. So here's the thing. 2026, I am celebrating 4 years here on YouTube, and I have some goals for my channel. You know, this is a hobby of mine and I really love it. I love the community that I have here. I love my subscribers. You guys are great. Like with the commentary that you leave. Trust me, you guys, I know a lot of you guys who like frequently comment on my videos. I almost feel like I have like, I call it like faceless friends. Like I wouldn't know who you are, right? Out in public, you would recognize me, but I wouldn't know who you are. But I love the camaraderie that we have here, and I want to grow, and I want to grow my channel. I want to build on that. Now, one of the things that I've been contemplating is, again, this is where I want your feedback. YouTube, the algorithm of YouTube, it's hard because if you have like high performing videos followed by videos that don't get as many views, YouTube kind of punishes you, the algorithm does. And so this is kind of the quandary that I'm finding myself in. I find that a lot of my highest viewed videos are videos like this, where I'm sitting down in front of the camera. I'm just chatting about what is in my burn rotation, or it's hauls, or it's empties. It's usually like the conglomerate like type of videos. I do tend to do dedicated reviews throughout the week on my channel. However, those are extremely niched down videos. Those are very much like, those don't get as many views. So I feel like the videos like that I want to get pushed out there a little bit more, videos like this, are like, they're not getting pushed out as much as they could be, because those videos during the week that are like the dedicated reviews don't get as many views. But here's my thing, you guys, where my hesitancy is with letting go a lot of those dedicated reviews is that I know that there are some of you who say, I really like those dedicated reviews because they give me those in-depth thoughts, and they give me they really give me the information that I want in order to purchase from those candles. And so I don't want to alienate the, I would say, like the subset of my subscriber base who really, really gets a lot out of those reviews and counts on them. So I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Where I'm going with this is, my idea is possibly thinking about dropping the actual dedicated reviews, or maybe doing those in shorts format, where I can just kind of give you like, hey, this is strength and throw 8 out of 10, because a lot of you guys are now familiar with my scent preferences, and like, you know, when I say that a candle is an 8, you guys can probably gauge now like where that's going to be at. So if I were to do a short and say, hey, this is an 8 out of 10, I recommend this, I don't recommend this, or if I post that over on my Instagram. But the other thing is that I feel like not having to focus on those dedicated reviews throughout the week then allows me to be more dedicated to, say, doing this Friday 5, where a lot of the candles, truthfully, that I am doing dedicated reviews on, those are in my burn rotation. And so then I can let you know, hey, this is like in real time what I am experiencing with these candles. I still plan to do my empties. I still plan to do hauls when those come in. And so I'm just trying to find a way to grow my channel, but also still remain true to giving you guys the information that you want. So I would really, really like for you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Would that be okay with you guys if I started shifting to my dedicated reviews, being more like giving you that information, you know, via Instagram, via shorts, even through the community post, while being aware that I am still going to plan to do like a weekly check-in. And also, I've always said this, you guys, if you have ever seen a candle, or if there is a candle that you are interested in, even if you don't see it in my catalog of dedicated reviews, you guys are always welcome to send me an email. I do have my email listed in the description box down below. If you're not over on Instagram, I'm pretty active in the KRINGLE Facebook group as well. If you guys just ever want just to ask about any candles from any candle brand, whether that's, you know, I don't burn a lot of BBW. I haven't over the last year, but like if it's HOMEWORX, if it's KRINGLE, if it's Caramel Sundays, if you ever want my thoughts about candles, like, have you tried this one? Or I noticed that you have hauled this one. What is your experience? I haven't seen you give any thoughts. Feel free to send me a DM and I will answer you honestly and say like, this one, yeah, I like this one. Or, oh, these are some issues I'm experiencing with it. What I'm saying is that you don't have to wait for a review with me. You can always send me a DM and I will do my very best to respond to you, to let you guys know. That way, if you are on the fence about purchasing something, you can have my thoughts. So anyways, I do always try to make sure that I include timestamps when I'm talking about candles, so that way you can refer back to them. But I would just really like your input, because right now I'm wanting to grow the channel, but I'm really starting to feel like it's those dedicated reviews that are kind of holding me back. And then also, I have some other fun ideas for things that I would like to do in front of the camera, and I would really like to be able to devote more time throughout my week to doing these sit down in front of the camera videos, as opposed to like taking up so much time doing dedicated ones. So again, let me know what you guys think about that. And like I said, the other things that I plan for this Friday 5 is that this will be kind of like a general candle chat. Like, yes, I'm going to focus on the 5 candles, but say maybe I've ordered, so I'm filming this a little bit earlier, but like I know that I have 2 candles that are going to be delivered to me this week that I ordered from KRINGLE. It's the only 2 candles I ordered in the after Christmas sale, and one of them wasn't even on sale. I just wanted it. So like that'll be the time that like if I feel like I don't have enough to do a collective haul, maybe I'll show you guys kind of like I have it during candle chat. It's the time that I'm going to share with you guys any kind of like candle news, anything that I've heard. If I feel like there's any updates that I need to give on a weekly basis, that's the time that I'm going to do it. So again, let me know if you guys like the idea of this video to kind of be like the catch-all, but also have a little bit of purpose and direction in that there will always be 5 candles that I stick to. And yeah, I can just kind of give you guys some updates. So last little information that I did want to give you guys some updates on. I know a lot of you guys are in the KRINGLE Facebook group and if you're over on Instagram, but I have noticed that a lot of the country candle lines, we're starting to see them trickle into the KRINGLE candle format, and we're starting to see that with some of their spring and summer fragrances. A couple that are off the top of my head that I've noticed make that transition recently are Lemon Tea and Roses. Really like that scent, you guys. I did pick that up in the country format when it was on clearance. That one is now in the KRINGLE format. Cosmic Cupcakes, I did mention that. Again, if you like that lemon note and lemon sugar marshmallow, I think you're going to like Cosmic Cupcakes. What's another one that I just recently saw that a lot of people were really excited about? Oh, the Cake Pops has now made that transition, and Seaside, which was part of the country release last year in 2024. That was a really nice fragrance, you guys. I know a lot of people really like that. That has now also transferred over into the KRINGLE lineup. So it's exciting, you guys. We're starting to see more of those country candles move over into the KRINGLE lineup. So it's nice to know that some of those really beloved fragrances are not lost forever. They are now in that lineup. So again, you guys, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, there's a little button down there called hype. You can hype a video. I don't even know how that all works, but if you want to hype this video up, it just helps get it out there into the old YouTube land, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I don't want my videos out there. But yeah, the hype button kind of gets it out there. And again, if this is your first time coming across my videos, hi, I'm Katie. Love to talk all things candles. And if you feel like you vibe with me here on my channel and you want to stick around for more, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. So I feel like I've rambled on enough. Oh, Ruby, my cat, my beloved Ginger, she wants to go outside. So I guess that is my sign that it is time to go. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.